Hi everyone, it's Kay here. Thank you very much for joining me while I do the first prompt for December. If you remembered, I'm not doing the digitals that Barbara 49 Dragonflies and Luise are providing, because I want to do this anthology kind of journal. So it's all ready to go, and on the cover I've not done any sewing in, not created any pockets, or sorry, tell a lie, there's a pocket there. I've just kept it plain because I just want to see how it goes when I go along, kind of thing. So I'm just going to do the altered plain card and antique key. So I've altered one card already. I've used this tissue paper from items that I bought from Which Craft You Do, and I've got plain on the back because that's going to be my base. I'm going to do like a door, hopefully that works. So I've got some butterflies here to go in my, what do they call it when it's just insects, not anthology, that's the name of the paper collection I'm using from Uniquely Creative, not Uniquely Creative, Craft, what's it called, entomology, no, that's to do with words. What's the insect one called? I don't know. Is it entomology? Anyway, just going to do a nature one. So we're going to put that there as a background. So it's like a little frame. And I'm going to hinge this one over the top. So that does need to be covered. Did I put my paper away? Probably. Get my paper out. Just need to trim that a little bit so it's a bit straighter. Just using eyeballing that to sort of work out where I want to cut it. So just do that there, and that there. Just make it nice and straight, hopefully. So it's like a, what I call a specimen tray. I don't want to make it bulkier, so it's sort of like, but usually they sort of recess in, don't they? Just trying to think of what the last time I saw insects in a case. It sort of looked down into the case, but I don't really want to create a case for my journal. It's going to be flat, flat, flat and flat. Go in the middle here, and this is going to be hinged, so I need to cover the base, the numbers up like I did with the other one. I will put something on there so not quite so white, not too bad, it's actually not just as white as that one, so it's a little, like, a bit off white really. So I've got these big playing cards in a op shop, so I thought they were perfect size for this, and it fits in my journal. I tried it. Let's have a look. See, there's one I was going to use, but I'm not going to use it now. It goes in there perfectly. I might use it as something else. Excuse me, just look at me. That I might need. Okay, so that's on there. And to trim that off, and just thought I would write out the prompts. Whether I'll write them in the journal, I don't know. I haven't decided yet, because I don't want it just to be, I suppose I could type them up and then make it into a separate sheet, or Alright, so this side is going to have the tissue paper. Don't want too much music sheet on there, so let's go that side. I don't have, you're the first time watching this, The reason why I'm doing all this in paper is I don't have a lot of mixed media stuff. I'm more of a paper person rather than a mixed media person, and I don't have the resources to do a lot of mixed media. I did think of scrunching this up, but what I want to do with it is, might not be able to do that, we'll see if I do it with the second layer or not. So, tissue paper everywhere. I'm going to cut that quickly. Put to one side. It's already a bit raised up. Right. So I'm just going to cut off the bits that are overhanging. This is my first time to do 50 Fember, and I'm looking at some of the prompts and I'm thinking, oh no, I don't even know what some of them are. Like, it says, where's one I didn't know what it was? Bookbinder's art. What's that? I might have to ask the group I'm in. No idea what that one is for number 11. Okay, so what I want to do now is cut some of that out, so it's like a, actually, do I want to cut it out? Or I do want to cut it out, don't I? So I'm just going to measure, that's like 1.5 centimeters, just be more than half an inch. So, or do you want to just leave it like it is and create a different thing for the front? What do you think? I think I might like to have it like a case, you know, one of those specimen cases, but in a book form, if that makes sense. Probably not. No such thing as K, probably. Right, so I'm just going to draw some lines here this side where it might be good. What did I say it was? 1.5 centimeters. I'm going to do in centimeters, so because it's more rounded than trying to do it in inches. Not a round number on inches. That's bigger here, so what's it there? 3. I'm going to have to rub all this out afterwards, otherwise there'll be marks everywhere. So I'm just going to roll it down there. And this is probably 3 as well, is it? Yep. 3, but that's for a guess. That was just a guess for that placement. Amazing. Big blue hovering around on my desk. So I was in an op shop today and I saw this placemat and I thought how perfect for my desk to hide up all the glare from the light. So I'm going to get my knife and my other board so I'm not cutting into this placemat that I've got here. Using my ruler to help me so I don't go off the line. Just pressing down it so I can cut through hopefully. See if this works. And we won't throw the middle bit away because it can be used for something else in the journal or in another journal altogether. Oops, off the line. Darn. it down there, just make sure it's through. I can feel it going through, but it's not through all the way, so very carefully I'm picking it up and going through. That's not probably a wise thing to do, but I just need to go through those corners a bit. It hasn't gone through the paper, torn the paper. That'd be about right. That's right, we'll fix that up. It's not coming off. Perhaps I should have done the paper last, but I thought doing the paper first would be easier, but perhaps it's not. And this one hasn't got through. Another warm day today. Sort of been a bit up and down in Adelaide, and we're sort of fortunate in a way because I think in New South Wales we've got fires in some places, and then, or was that in Brisbane? No, that's in Queensland, sorry. Fires, and they've also got, was it Queensland? I don't really know, I haven't seen the news for a couple of days, so I don't know. One state anyway has got fires, and they've also got flooding, which is just crazy. One in one state, but then Queensland is such a, this Queensland I think it is, it's such a big state. So I'm just going to cover that up. And it doesn't matter if it's all mushed up because that can be part of the thing. And I might put something else there to sort of hide that mess that I've made. Okay. So now I'm going to hinge. Perfect. Just this bit here. Just needs a bit of repair. Might have to put a label or something there. Anyway, let's hinge this. I've got some paper that I had from my stash. I'm just going to cut it in about there. Sorry, my measurements. I'm not a measurement kind of person, just roughly guessing would be good size to hinge with. So it's going to go that way. So it's going to glue it there. It's going to have more glue than paper at this rate. It's going to go that way, so it needs to be there. Sometimes I've got to actually physically sort of do the to work out how I want my hinge. Yeah, there. Just a bit too wide, so I'm going to cut some of it off. And cut this bit off a little bit here, just another row, which I might keep to fix my repairs, do my repairs along here. Let's see, put some glue on there, and just pop it on here. So there's my case of insects, and I'm going to put a lock in the two keys. So I'm going to use the only things that I have as probably mixed media, courtesy of somebody who gave them to me. I'm going to use this Stamperia antiquing paste. This stuff's got a terrible smell, it really has. And I always use my fingers because I just think it goes a bit on there a bit more nicely. Plus I just don't have the tools. Wouldn't have no idea what to use it with. Paintbrush maybe, just right. I don't mind getting my fingers dirty. And then, because it says antique keys, so I'm making the keys. antique. These are very mustache. So I also have got some metal keys, and I was going to use that, and I thought, oh, that's right, I've got those wooden ones. So I'm going to use those today. Just try and put the lid back on so it doesn't dry out. Got it. And the other stuff, patina, which is also from Stamperia. I think the person who gave it to me was going to do a workshop, and didn't end up doing it, so we had them left over. I'm not sure what happened. Can't remember what happened. Okay, there's my wipes. So while they're drying a little bit, pop them over here. I had my heat tool to my husband to use. Dry, I'm sticking them on wet, so you can see how it looks. I'm going to put those in there, put that in there. Right, how are we going to fix this so it looks better? Do I want to use texture around the edges? Might be easier than anything else. Oh, glue's trickling everywhere. I could use ink. The vintage photo. Just to get rid of the white. It's actually not working very well. You know why? Because this hinge is in the wrong place. It's not on the edge. It needs to be more on the edge. Okay. Now try. It's coming undone again. Might have used some double-sided tape. It's coming away. The paper's coming away. Sometimes I find that with glue that it sometimes doesn't always stick when it's a bit warm. I know you probably should use alkyd glue, but I basically had to throw nearly a whole tube away because the pin on the glue broke, and it just couldn't get it to work for me. Like squeezing the glue out of the bottle. I must be just, it's me, definitely me. I think I'm going to have to use a texture, much as I don't want to. Where's my scrapbook paper? Oh, it's over there with the stuff on them. Just gonna put that down. Alright, so I'm going to put my lock on the door. The match around which way it goes. Lock on the door. And just the keys hanging from the door. Just going to get a Brad. Might use a coloured one. A little one. Or should I use the metal one? I might just get a bigger one. Sorry, fiddling around here. So just going to get this up. Is it dry? The trouble is with this using wood, it's so fragile. Yeah, I might have to use some string to tie them on with. We'll put this in a hole. Just put it there. Put the brad through and tie some string around it, like you do with the document brads closures. Oh, it's not coming through. Okay, let's put them down. Oh, that's too close to the edge now. I've got too close to the middle, I should say. Just pressing it down with my scissors end there. It's going to be, have to swing it around a bit because it's going to be on the hinge otherwise. String. Oh. Let's see if this works. Oh, I've got some stuff over there now. I think it can come off. Let's have a look. Did it come off? Not really. Just smudged it in further, okay. You still got stuff all over them. Maybe you should have done them the same way. Should have done both of them on the right, both of them dyed. And I think you know I think I will just do that after. My strings all got stuff on it now. Anyway, I'm going to put them on the string and tie them around like that. And then that'll be my auto pain card. But what I might also do is with the string, let's see if this works as well. Can I tie it? It's too narrow for just have to. Should have done it like a proper hinge, tied it around. Might just have to use just the string around it maybe. It's not how I wanted it to work, but that's right. I don't think I can tie around there because that won't stay, because it's not, which is a bit, but won't stay there if I keep pulling on it. So it goes round like that maybe. Anyway, and then the string will be here for the keys. So I was going to turn you off and come back at the end because it's not dry yet and I wanted to cut. Otherwise I end up with stuff everywhere. See if I can work it out. This bit here to work it out. And show you at the end how it works, hopefully. See you soon. I'm back. So what I've done is put a brad through the little keyhole, and I decided what I was going to do is put this aging antiquing thing around the frame. So I've done the inside, so I'm just going to do the outside now, just rubbing my fingers along. No idea this is going to work because it's on tissue paper. Like I said, my knowledge of mixed media stuff is very woeful. Just put those prompts out the way. Paper everywhere here, just so I don't get paper anywhere else that I want it to be. Doesn't matter if it's wider than the edge. Like I did it right on the edge around the inside, so sorry, I just realised I might be off camera, sorry. Just going around the outside. Well, that looks pretty effective. And I'm not going to do the inside though, otherwise that stuff goes everywhere. This blue stuff, the patina. Shouldn't squeeze it so hard because it comes out too quickly. As well, you know, that's the thing about Bixby is you do get your paint and ink everywhere, but it's good to sometimes go outside your comfort zone and do something a little bit different. I mean, I didn't have any idea I was going to do this sort of stuff, and I thought, oh, maybe it would look good. It does actually. Yeah, that looks really good. That looks really antique-y. Who would have thought that was a playing card? Not me. Let's put my lids back on so it don't go dry on me. I have to clean my bottles. The tubes are a bit grungy, but I suppose that's what happens. Anyway, so I've got my string to go around there now. So, and my string to go around the top. I think these are dry. You know how like in the old days, you know, you used to have the, well, I'm sure people still might do it, to put the keys on the string somewhere prominent so that you wouldn't lose them. That's the theory anyway. Just realised I can't do it because of the patina stuff is just there. I'm going to tie that round there, that'll be perfect, and then the string will be wrapped around. Brad, split pin, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, just put that to one side because I'm going to pick this up. Take everything off. I think that looks really good, really effective. And that string will go around like that and hinge around there. Who would have thought I would come up with this idea? It's funny how when you play with stuff, you just come up with these ideas and you just have the basic idea and then the rest of it just sort of follows on kind of thing. That's a bit tight, that braid. I'm not too sure if I can lift it up a bit more. Okay, like that. Perfect. That looks, I'm so pleased. I'm just wrapped. Anyway, prompt, because there's no, even though it's December, it's not starting on the 1st of December, it starts on the 2nd of December. So, altered playing card and antique keys. So, here are my keys, ready to be tied on when everything's dry. I've got that stuff everywhere all over my paper, and I should have done this frame before I did that, but I didn't know I was going to do this. I don't think I can rub it out because it won't come off. I'll rub it in, that's better. Rub it in a bit. Alright, so I'm just going to put the paper back in. So it doesn't go everywhere until it dries. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so pleased. Anyway, thank you again for joining me today. Please take care, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.